Today from France is Mame Ibrahane. He is scheduled to take the group through the first lap in a very swift 49.5. And right behind him, next to him, will be Donovan Brazier. And you've had a chance to talk to his coach, Pete Julian, about kind of how he focuses on what he wants to accomplish the rest of this summer.
Yes, speaking to Pete Julian, he is all about racing. So they're not trying to set any records. It might happen, but he's here to compete and win races.
Next to each other in lane 6, Benjamin Robert of France, the 22-year-old, and Ferguson Rotich, now 30 years of age, was the bronze medalist behind Brazier last year in Doha.
Yes, Rotich likes fast races.
And so does Bryce Hoppel, the Kansas grad from the United States, was 4th in that race. A very smart runner, and expect a lot from him today as well. The Australian pair of Joseph Dang and Peter Bowl next to each other there. The national record held by Dang was set here in Monaco back in 2018, 1:44.22.
Amel Tuca, last year he was 2nd to Donovan Brazier, so he will be looking to improve on that position and dethrone the champ. He has an excellent kick.
His best and a national record was set here in Monaco back in 2015. Rounding out the field, Kyle Langford of Great Britain. Marco Arup of Canada has become very much in the mix for podiums. He finished 7th in the final last year. And Mark Reuther of Germany will be on the inside in lane 1. A very full field here, but do you like Donovan's chances here?
I like Donovan's chances. Once he gets into this kind of shape, he is really tough to beat. He can control the race and run it just about any way he wants to.
Again, part of that group who had to travel in through Oregon, into London, then to Nice, France, and then got into Monaco for the opportunity to run here against some of the best. As you see the start of this race, you look on the inside lane there, you see actually some lights in the interior rail, and that's actually helping the pacer, something that they've added here. And Amy, you said like maybe some of the older runners may not like it, but it's kind of a spectator-friendly thing as well. Yeah,
I really like it. I think some of the older runners are probably like, darn, why didn't I have it when I was running? But I think it's going to lead to some really fast times, and it's great for the racers.
So settling in on this first lap of the track, Arup of Canada ahead of Brazier, and then fellow American Bryce Hoppel. Again, the prescribed pace for this first lap was 49.5, which is where the front of that light would be. So maybe just slightly behind it, and indeed they are.
Brazier is looking excellent. He's sitting right where he wants. He has a deadly kick, so he is exactly where he wants to be. And as you can see, Hoppel is trailing right behind him. He was placed 4th last year, so he has to know if he can mix it up in this race. He has the potential to do that next year in Tokyo as well.
He was the Pan American Games champion last year, but he's now going to get a test from another North American, and that is Brazier. He's going to find that gear and is now trying to pass him on the outside with less than 200 meters to go. Hoppel not out of it yet, but Brazier to the lead. Arup trying to respond as they'll come off the final turn with less than 100 meters to go. Hoppel out wide now. He's moving to 2nd. Does he have enough to catch Brazier? It does not look like it will be, as Brazier will, in the final few strides, just hold off the fellow American in a new world best in 2020. Welcome to Europe, Donovan Brazier. Another win in a Diamond League.
What an amazing race, especially for Bryce Hoppel. Donovan Brazier, he took the win. What we were expecting, but Bryce Hoppel, in a field that had the top 4 runners from last year's World Championships, he just showed that he could be in talks for those medals next year.
Yeah, you talk about Hoppel. I mean, he's just a smart racer, isn't he? He just reminiscent of a lot of other tactical runners. We'll look at this replay again. You know, he's just kind of sitting behind there, kind of biding his time, and Brazier just showing the confidence of being that reigning world champion.
Absolutely. He knew who to trail in this race. He knew Brazier was going to be there at the end, and when it comes down to it, Hoppel really has a nose for the finish line. So very impressive by both men, and Brazier's kick, you just can't beat it.
Well, and for Hoppel, that puts him on the top 10 list all time by American. From my look at things here, it looks like he will be 7th on the list, just behind Mark Everett with that 1:43.23. So a big performance by Bryce Hoppel.
This sets Donovan up amazing for the rest of the year. Just so exciting where he's at. He looked very easy today, and I think he could run a lot faster. And honestly, starting this way as a champion and winning this race, I think it sets him up to be a champion